I got 2 DUIs in 2009. The one was not guilty, took it to trial, not guilty. The second one, I just said, okay, whatever y'all gonna give me, because this is guy really trying to get my attention, because I could unalive somebody or somebody could unalive me drinking and driving or drinking and just being in the positions that I was in.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ivy and this channel is Women's Life with Ivy. And girl, we finna get into the story time, but before we do, I wanna do a little housekeeping. First of all, I know it's been a minute, I'm super late. Please forgive me. So, if you are new to my channel, this is your first time seeing this face, I like to say to you, hey boo.
Only one night though.
And if you're a returning subscriber, we on the road to 1K. Hey boo.
That sugar shots one night, let the tears fall down one night. Only one night though.
My girls is kind of doing their own thing right now, so forgive me. So yeah, so girl, we're gonna get into the story time. Okay, like y'all seen the title, let me tell y'all how I got to drinking moonshine, right? So where I live, it's literally maybe a half a mile walk to the store, and I'm here in Georgia, and this was some years ago. How many years ago was this? Terrence had to be about 4. That's how long ago this was, right? So I'm walking to the store, and my thing always has been, before I go on, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm walking to the store and I meet this guy. Now, I'm a firm believer, back in my days, I don't really fool around with some of the stuff I used to think about back in the days, because I try to use my powers for good, right? So I remember walking to the store, I met this guy. Now, if I'm walking and you're riding, sir, that's a problem right there. That is a problem right there. If you ain't offering me no ride, it's a problem. Now, I'm just telling y'all about me back in the days, right? So, anyways, and this was, Terrence is 20, so this is like 16 years ago. So, I've grown. I've grown, right? So, anyway, dude tried to talk to me, whatever, boom, boom, boom. He give me a ride to the store. He say, look, I'm having a cookout. Because let me tell you, some days I didn't even know what I was doing. I knew if I walked to that store and somebody said something, my day is planned from there, right? So anyway, I wasn't working or nothing at this time, right? Me and my daughter was staying together. We had literally just moved to Georgia. The guy came down here for, he wasn't acting right. So mother gotta go on and do her own thing, right? So, so I end up meeting the guy invited me to a cookout. Okay, cool. I don't know the guy. Look, let me put a warning out there. I would not recommend this type of behavior today. Girl, my girls is going. I would not recommend this type of behavior today. So anyway, dude tell me, I'm gonna pick you up at X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. So me and him, we got our plans, they set in stone. So I go home after he give me a ride back home. Yes, sir, we go together at this point. Even if it's for today, we go together, right? So anyway, he give me a ride back home. I go home, I'm chilling, you know, picking out my outfit, what I'm gonna wear, because I'm gonna look super cute, right? Because you just caught me on a regular, just walking to the store. Watch how I clean up, right? So anyway, he come, he picked me up, we go over to his friend's house. Now we riding, we talking, and we stop by one of his friends first. Why we had to stop there, I don't know. Ladies, like I said, this is dangerous behavior. But when you think you invincible, some stuff just don't really bother you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, stop at his friend's house. His friend got horses. I pet the horse, but I ain't too fond because their eyes are so big. So I wasn't fond of getting on the horse. Because he like, you want to ride? I'm like, no, I'm all right. So anyway, talk to his friend. We stay over there for a minute. We have a drink. We go on to the cookout, which is where we're supposed to be going. Real cool dude, real laid back dude. Wore cowboy hats and stuff like that, right? So we get over to his friend's house. So now, I like to know what I'm drinking. I don't drink now, but when I was drinking, I like to know what I'm drinking, right? So anyway, give me a rum and coke. Give me a little easy Jesus, and we're going to be all right. None is the wiser, right? So I'm drinking that. So then one of his homeboys come, because when you come into the house, you come in on one level, and then you go downstairs, and it's like the Lord, it's like a whole nother house, right? And then that leads out to outside. So anyway, we there. Girl, I'm having me a bar. Now, me and him go together, but we don't really go together. So if it's somebody else that want to shoot their shot, sir, you ain't put a ring on it. And I don't even want a ring on it at this point, right? I'm sorry, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. I got this light on. So anyway, and y'all know menopause, but look, you got to stay with me. So anyway, his friend come in. His friend got this gallon. I don't know what it is. It looks like a big thing of Windex, but the fluid in it is like a yellow almost. So anyway, his friend come in. His friend said, look, the party is started because I'm here, right? So the guy I'm with, he like, you ever had moonshine? I said, no. I said, I heard about it, but I've never had it. And I don't even know if I want it because I don't know what's in it, right? So he said, a little bit is not going to hurt. A little bit is not going to hurt. So I end up getting me a shot of the moonshine, right? So I drunk it. It was, what was it? I never tasted gasoline, but it had this funny kind of taste to it. It wasn't like an alcohol like you buy out the store, right? Because I think it's fermented with all kinds of different stuff. So anyway, girl drunk that, and then I drunk some more. And when I tell you I drunk some more, I must have had about 2 or 3 more shots of whatever this mixture was, right? Moonshine. So I'm drinking the moonshine. So me and him is all lovey-dovey. When I tell you, I don't remember getting home. I don't remember anything too much after that. When I tell y'all, I thank God that I made it home. I don't remember anything. I got up that morning and I'm looking around because the last thing I remember, I was laughing and talking and drinking, and even right now today, I could still picture the inside of the lower level of this house. I don't remember the top half because we came in and went right downstairs. But anyway, I could remember they had a pool table, they had the kitchen, like wet bar area over here, and it was double French doors, like right in front of the kitchen. So, girl, when I tell y'all from that day, well, I can't even say to this day because I stopped drinking, it's been 15 years, but up until them 15 years, I've never ever had anything that I, number one, didn't purchase, or number two, was not brought out. Like I see you actually pour the Hennessy, or I actually see you pour the vodka, you know what I'm saying? And so many things could have went wrong with that, right? So when I tell you, I thank God that I could have not been here right now, you know, because number one, I literally just met him. Nobody would have knew where I was at. You understand what I'm saying? Thank God he had a little scruple or moral, and we hung out after that. You know, we didn't drink no moonshine, but we hung out after that. And I don't know why we stopped. We stopped hanging out because I stopped drinking. When I stopped drinking, I lost a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so grateful that, you know, the saying, God take care of babies and fools. When I tell y'all he took care of me, he did. Girl, I was in such a panic the next day because I'm wondering, trying to figure out what's going on. So I asked my daughter about it, and she was like, yeah. She was like, your friend rang the doorbell and said your mom is out of it, and he helped me get you upstairs, get you in the bed, and he went on about his way and was like, tell your mom I'll call her tomorrow. And he did. He called me to see how I was doing. But just to be in that state, to not know where you are or what is happening, you know, it's so many reasons why. I initially stopped drinking because I got a DUI. And when I got the DUI, it was like, okay, you might need to do something different, right? And when I got the first, because I got 2 DUIs in 2009. The one was not guilty, took it to trial, not guilty. The second one, I just said, okay, whatever y'all gonna give me, because this is God really trying to get my attention, because I could unalive somebody or somebody could unalive me drinking and driving or drinking and just being in the positions that I was in, right? Because even when I got the DUI in December of 09, if you know anything about Georgia, Panola Road is off the 20. So I drove the 20, the 285, and the 75. And the 75, on the top of 75 is Terra Boulevard. Getting off at Terra Boulevard. And somebody called, in the police report, it said that somebody called the police. They said they think it's a drunk driver in front of them. And when I got off at Terra Boulevard, the police was there waiting on me, and they pulled me over. They tried to do a field sobriety test, all of that. Girl, I was white boy wasted. So anyway, end up spending the night in jail there, and the rest is history, as they say. I end up having to do 6 weekends. I had to do like 250 hours of community service, and that's when I started going to AA. Couldn't get none out of that. Started going to NA. So when I tell y'all, God has kept this fool. You understand me? God has kept this fool.
Sometimes God will let you spend 6 months with a fool so you don't spend 60 years with one. And if you don't learn your lesson up front, you got to pay the price in the back. Everybody you dated and broke up with wasn't an accident. God lets you date them so you can find out what fool not to marry. Everything in your life is not an accident. Some of this stuff is divine providence and intentional. There are certain things in your life that are assigned to the season you're in. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to stop going through things without learning the lesson.
You know, it's so funny how when I start to have these conversations and I say, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, or, you know, God, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about this, I wanna talk about that. And he always lets me start out, and then he'll do the shift to where someone can get something out of it. You know, this story time is like a cautionary tale. Like, those type of behaviors, it makes me cringe when I think of how I exhibit those type of behaviors, because the world is just not a safe place. You don't know what somebody's intentions were. Thank God that this young man was raised right. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not picking up women, going out drinking. Maybe that's not the right thing, and maybe he wasn't raised right, but I know I was raised right. So I'm gonna say he was raised right, because he could have took advantage of me, and he didn't. And yeah, I checked my panties. My panties was dry. Girl, look, I'm telling y'all, I was bugging out the next day. Girl, I'm checking my panties. I'm smelling. Look, I'm just gonna tell y'all about me. I want to know if there's anything on me that don't smell right. And I did the finger test. Look, I got to know, you know. So thank God nothing happened to me, right? Yeah, I did the finger test. I'm sorry. Now, that's too much information for y'all. I don't know what to tell you. Take your medicine as prescribed. But the moral of the story is, you only get one you. You know, they unaliving girls at an alarming rate. You know, not just black girls, white girls, Asian girls. I was watching a story a couple months ago. They had this girl on there. She was either Mexican, Spanish. Is Mexican and Spanish the same thing? Anyways, I think she was Hispanic. Some guy she met, family friend or whatever, lured her to go. Yeah, girl, I'm kidding. playing and doing whatever. But yeah, so when I tell you that those type of behaviors is not beneficial, they don't help you. You think you having a good time, but baby, your good time could be your last time, you know. So as a word to the wise, yeah. So girl has a fuss at this kid, my bad. So yeah, when I tell you, you might not want to do some of the stuff, and that's why I get on and I talk, and I love that this is a women's channel, because it's not like I have the answer to cancer and I know everything. I don't. Hopefully my stories, what I choose to discuss, is helping someone, is benefiting someone. You know, even if you haven't experienced it, have that conversation with your daughters, your granddaughters. Because, baby, when I tell you, my 12-year-old granddaughter, baby, I promise you, she thinks she's smarter than me. You know, and she just doesn't know what this world holds. You know, she know this bubble that she's in, but she do not know what this world holds. This world is a mean and evil place, you know. Thank God I was spared, you know. So, anyway, that's going to be my story time, how I end up drinking moonshine. Thank God I did not become a statistic. So, with that being said, ladies, that's going to be y'all story time. I love y'all. Girl, look, that's why I like to make videos when they're not here. If they know I'm on this camera and they cannot get, because on my other channel, Bubuchi, they on the camera, they, you know, whatever. But this channel is for women, and I do my own thing over here. And they can't stand it. They do everything under the sun to distract me. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video, ladies. Please consider subscribing if you have not. We on the road to 1K. We trying to get to 1K. Slow and steady wins the race, but we will get there. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all Thursday. I'm going to see y'all Thursday, because this video is so late. My apologies. If it's anything you want me to talk about, put it in the comment. You want to know my experience, strength, and hope on, put it in the comment. Let me know. I love you all. Bye.
Can never be what I am, but as long as you with me, that's what it's gonna be.